Lighting is okay. So we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Just depends on where you are and when you are tuning in to this broadcast today. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn. I am the broker owner of Lions View Realty. We provide residential, commercial for small businesses and nonprofits, and property management services. Here at Lions View Realty, we are committed to ensure that you have the resources, the information, and the tips to ensure that you make the best financial decisions. And we're hoping that as we move forward, that you maximize your wealth building power now and in the future. And we want to help you increase your bottom line. You can catch us live on YouTube and Facebook at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, or you can catch the replays anytime. Hopefully, you will subscribe to our channel. And today we have a very, very special guest. So normally we're talking about finances. And when we think about finances, sometimes we focus on just the money, right? The coins. But wealth is not just about the financial arena. It's also about how we manage our health, how we manage our mindset. So good physical and mental health is also wealth. And today we have a very, very special guest, Miss Renee Comrie. Hi, Renee. How are you?
Hi, Clara. How are you?
I am phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Renee works with high achieving women who are crushing it in their careers, but they're secretly collapsing behind the scenes. Renee knows what it's like to have that six-figure salary and the perfect life on paper, but in the background, people are living the nightmare of fighting a silent battle of chronic stress. So, Renee helps women move out of that survival mode by using the right tools and coaching sessions to restore their energy and build structured daily habits so that they can lead, they can love, they can live fully without running on empty. So, welcome, 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 welcome,
Thank
Renee.
you. Thank you, Clara. Thank you for allowing me to be on your show. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
You are so, so welcome. So, tell our audience just a little bit about you.
Well, my name is Renee Comrie. I'm divorced, originally from North Jersey, and I am my mom's only child, and I was raised by my grandparents
Okay. Okay, awesome. Here on the East Coast or on the West Coast, like where
on
are
the
you?
East Coast. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. And tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, my business, I work with like you said, high achieving women who are crushing it in their careers and they are recently collapsing behind the scenes. And what I do is I help them fight the battle of chronic stress and things that are just draining them, overwhelming them. And what I do is I help them to restore energy and build structure so they can empower, gain clarity, confidence, that they can just move on with their life with more confidence within themselves. Be a better them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And do you have a name for your business, or is it what do you call your
My business
business?
is Custom Comrie Nutrition, and Comrie is my last name, which is Comrie.
Okay. Okay. And what inspired you to start this business?
Well, it's due to my own experience, Clara. I was in a mentally abused marriage and I saw my nervous system shutting down. And working with multiple functional doctors, I started to love what I was learning about my own health. And
Mm,
it became a passion. And that passion turned into that I want to help women. I want to help women because I've been there. I can show empathy. I have the experience. I've walked the walk. I
mm.
have the knowledge, and I can help women to really be their better themselves. So it's based on my own experience.
Gotcha. It's really, really great because I think a lot of times, especially career women, we
Mhm.
do so much. And I think you and I were talking the other day about that the wall um,
Mhm.
that other people don't realize all of the steps
Mhm.
and all of the things that we do to get to one decision that people take for granted, getting the kids out of
Yes.
the house, running a household, period. Running a
Yes.
household and going to work,
Yes.
running a
Yes.
household, going to work, having children,
Yes.
having a husband, you know, having pets, dealing with coworkers, like all of the things. There's so many things that are like it's like 15 different tracks all going to the moving forward in the same direction. But
Mhm.
there you got to get people on the train. You got to get the train loaded. You got to get the train ready to receive people. Like there are all these things that go on that women do, and we do it so effortlessly and so seamlessly that people don't always realize how much it takes to go. And
Yes.
also, as you're talking about the impact and the stress on the body, um, that you know that impacts people, and sometimes people, we don't realize that we're even stressed sometimes
Right.
because we're just
Right.
used to doing what we do. Yeah.
Yes, because we're
Yeah. So what was kind of the
multitaskers. We're
we
multitasker.
are
We're automatically, as women, we're just automatically multitasker, right? We can do everything, right? Like you say,
yes,
seamlessly. We're
seamlessly. It appears
caregivers,
seamless.
we're moms, we're wives, we're we're business women, we're workers. We just do everything, and we just keep going, 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 going.
Yes, yes. And so it's like we have this huge bank account that's our body, and we keep taking these deposits out and taking the deposits out and not putting things back in to help
Yes,
stabilize our health wealth. And
yes.
so, when you talked about this whole process, this program, like tell us a little bit about the program process is.
Yes, well, you came in and out, so I'm not sure if I heard your complete question. But my program is virtual. It's in the comfort of your home. And what I do is I help women based on their needs. Everyone needs are different. Everyone is coming from a different level. So what I do is I help women based on their needs and their situations. And it's HIPAA compliant. My portal is HIPAA compliant. So it's all confidential information. What I do is I it's baby steps.
Mm,
It's not about being perfect. It's about taking small steps, consistent steps, working
mm,
towards consistency is the key. It's not being perfect. And once the consistency start happening, then that's where the growth begins.
mm. And in your experience of dealing with people, what are some of the challenges that um, most women face? Like, can you say, are there a couple of things or a few things that keep coming up over and over again as a challenge?
Yeah, well, like one simple thing, Clara, is drinking water, increasing their water intake. Something as simple as water intake. For some reason, people just don't drink the daily intake of water. So
Mhm,
that's something. And water is so beneficial for us because our body is made up of mostly water. So it
indeed.
helps us. Another situation would be they have the tools, they've been provided the tools, but
Mhm,
when a chaotic situation happens, they forget the tools because there
mm,
is so much in that situation, the chaotic situation, that they totally forget the tools that they have all learned.
mm. Gotcha. Gotcha. And so drinking the water, like what is that combating in terms of the stress level? Like what's the relationship between drinking water and how it impacts the body or day-to-day life?
Yeah, good question, Clara. It helps with stress. It
Mhm,
helps with sleeping better. Hydration
mhm,
is so important for your body. It calms you. It works so many different ways. Just sleeping better. It helps with
Mm,
anxiety. You know,
mm,
water is hydrating our system and is helping the different organs because we have 12 different organ systems in our body and they
mhm,
all feed on one another. And if one is not working, it affects the others. So
mhm.
our organ system all have to be working harmoniously with one another.
Gotcha. And what are, I guess, when I was talking about challenges, what are some of the symptoms that come up with people that let them know, their body is saying you need to pay attention?
Well, just as simple as a rash on their
Mm,
body or itching,
okay.
something simple like that, or fatigue,
Mhm,
or brain fog. I mean, there's so
mm,
many different symptoms that people are ignoring that they don't realize is part of stress, or even body
mhm,
pain. Something is body pain, like I experience body pain, right? And they don't
mhm.
correlate body pain to stress.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that because I was having this like pain, from my neck down to my shoulder. And it was almost like I couldn't turn my neck, right? And it was consistent for a long period of time. And I kept saying, oh, I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to the doctor and see what this is because it's consistently coming up. And then, I started relaxing. It went away for, a period of time. And then it still comes back. But like you said, having different pains in your body that just seem to kind of like pop up is an indication or can be an indication of a stress. So tell us a little bit about the program that you have, how to introduce to dealing with stress.
Well, what I do is I meet with the lady. I meet with a woman, and then what she does, we sit down. The first step is to sit down and get all the information of what is going on with her. Right, do an assessment, and then based on assessment, then we go from there, and then we walk her through, or I walk her through a program that is tailored just for her. So she will pick an item or topic that she want to focus on, and then we work on that topic for my program. Minimum is 8 weeks, and then from there, if additional help is needed, then we extend the program. So it's tailored to the person, but the first session is really to get to know the person, because in order for me to help you, I have to know you, right? Coaching is a partnership between myself and the person. So we have to get to know one another. We have to be comfortable with one another, and we have to be able to be relatable to one another.
Mm, indeed, indeed. And what are the things that at the end of the program, like what are your goals for the person to come away with at the
Well,
end of the
what I
process?
am, what I'm looking for is the person to step out to be a better version of themselves, right? To gain clarity, confidence, empowerment, to live a sustainable, healthy lifestyle. That's the ultimate goal, is for them to be a better version of themselves.
Mm, indeed, indeed. That's really important. I think we all want to step into being the best versions of ourselves, physically,
Yes.
mentally, spiritually, most definitely. Um, is there some other information that you want to share?
Yes. Well, I am currently, I'm a speaker next week. So I'm also a speaker. I'm a speaker next week. Not next
Oh,
week, I'm sorry, next month, to a
okay.
women's brunch. So I do engage in speaking activities. I'm also a director to an awesome company called HTI, which is Her Tubes Initiative. And that is a women program that helps women to coaching. So I'm part of the coaching department, and I just want to advertise that to let people know that that program does exist. And what that program is helping people, coaches, or people that want to be coaches, to help them to get board certified. So I just want to give a shout out to that program. And then also I am putting together a virtual community sister group, and that will be a community where sisters can just share what they're going through, help one another, empower one another, and just be there for one another, because we need that. We need a place where we can go to just let go.
Yeah.
We just need a place that we could just let go. So I'm putting that together as well.
Nice, nice. That's a beautiful thing. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, you had said you wanted to share something about your story to, kind of give your testimony to encourage other women. Did you still want to share that?
Yes, I can. This is very, this story is very dear to me, actually. It's not easy to talk about, but I know I need to share the story because there's many people out there right now that can relate to the story. So, you're going through the stuff, you're climbing the corporate America, which I was, making the 6-digit income, hitting the goals and everything. But behind closed door, in reality, I was running on empty and, trying to survive a mentally abused marriage and just watching my health unravel, right? I was in a lot of body pain, mental fog. I was just going through a lot, right? But trying to, like I say, on paper, I look good. But behind the scenes, I was walking on eggshells, right? Coming home and just dealing with what I was dealing with based on my marriage. And I just want to know that, your body is always talking to you. You have to pay attention to your body. Sometimes, you might be in the situation and you don't realize what you're going through because you're going through it, right? But we have to take the time to just step back, pause, and observe what our body is going through, because our body is really talking to us. Our body is communicating with us. Our body is, is telling us what we need, what we're lacking. Our body is talking to us. And a lot of times I'm guilty of it, that I ignored the symptoms, right? Yeah. Just like you said earlier about the pain is, was going down your shoulder. We're all guilty of it. But I just want to let everyone know that our body is really telling us what we need and what we're lacking. And we need to pay attention to it so we can be a healthier us. Basically our body, if we don't do that, what is the cost of it, right? What is the cost of ignoring the symptoms, right? We're either going to want to take care of the situation before it gets worse. And when it gets worse, we don't know what that outcome is going to be, right? So we want to take care of the symptoms, what our body is telling us in the early stages, because we don't want to allow it to get to a situation where it's out of control. So indeed. That's my advice for everybody. Just to pay attention to what your body is saying. Don't ignore anything that's little. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it.
Indeed. Indeed. The body definitely speaks. And hopefully, we don't wait too long before we listen and take action. Action. So is there a nutritional component to your program in addition to the coaching component?
There is, because in order for us to be healthy, right, to gain healthiness based on everyone needs is varies. That will be addressed in the coaching if nutrition is like drinking water is nutrition, right? Because, people just don't drink. And I think it's because people they like sweetness, they like the sugar, right? And I think that's why people lack drinking water because it's just bland. But you can make water appetizing.
Mm,
You can add fruits to it. You can have your favorite fruits, whether it's berries, whether it's an
mhm.
orange, whether it's a lemon. You can add stuff to spice up your water so that it's appealing to you and that you drink the daily intake of your water. So just something like water, yes. So
Right.
nutrition is part of the program.
Nice. Nice. And if people wanted to do the program, get in contact with you, how would they do that?
Well, I'm on all social media. I'm on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I also have a
Okay.
website, www.customcomrienutrition.com. And I also have an email, renee@customcomrienutrition.com.
Awesome. Awesome. This has been like really, really great because I think a lot of times people, one, they don't make the relationship between what they're doing in life day to day, the stress and the impact on the body, like just like that whole continuum. They also don't make the relationship that, their health is part of their wealth, right? Like
Yes.
our body
Yes.
is, our wealth is this bank, and you got to put in, just like you got to
Yes.
make deposits as well as you take things out. And when that gets out of balance, it causes major impact to the body. So
Yes.
the fact that you're dealing with that as a continuum is really, really powerful and
Thank
much,
you.
much, much appreciated. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm excited for what you're doing. I hope that people definitely reach out to you. Thank you for coming today. I know our guests received something of value from the things that you shared. And thank you for sharing your story because, when people tell their testimony, it's encouragement for someone else who may be going through the exact same thing or something similar to know that there are other possibilities and there are ways to be empowered by the situation in the
Yes.
long run. Yes.
And thank you so much for inviting me. This was a pleasure and this was an honor. So thank you so much for allowing me to share my story and to give tips on how to stop ignoring the signals that your body is telling you. So thank you so much.
Indeed. Indeed. Thank you. So I just wanted to thank everyone who's listening in today. Um, Here at Lions View Realty, we provide ESP, which is expertise, solutions, patience before, during, and after the sale. We assist sellers, buyers, and investors build wealth, and real estate professionals build careers in real estate. And we also want people to have what I call a Lion's View lifestyle. And people always say, Clara, like, what is a Lion's View lifestyle, right? So, a Lion's View lifestyle is when you actualize your dreams into reality. It is the possibility of what is available when your life is in order, when your finances are in order, when your health, like we talked about today, is in order and your spiritual mindset is in order. So I just want to thank everyone who tuned in today. Financial Friday streams live on Fridays at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Excuse me. You can catch the replay anytime on YouTube. Also, there's other content there that's going to help you in your health, your wealth, and your physical mind and your spiritual mindset on the channel as well. So Tune in at Clara Lyons-DeVaughn on YouTube. You can subscribe. But until next Friday, we want you to keep living your best, and your very best life. I want to thank you, Renee, for joining us today.
Thank you.
And I hope people reach out to you, to your program, and get the help and the support that they need.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.